2, 1. Hello, Jacket fans. I'm Matt Florjancic, joined by head women's basketball coach here at Baldwin Wallace, Cheri Harrer. And once again, Coach, you find yourself in the Sweet 16 one more time. I believe this is number 8 for you.
It might be 7. I'm not sure. It will take every one of
Anyway,
them.
you'll
That's
take
right,
it. Exactly. You're playing this late in the season. You're doing something right. How does it feel to be back in the Sweet 16?
It always feels great. Each group of kids, like just the experience they're having, and who would have thought this a week and a half ago? Just the chance to be together for one more week and travel together and just hang out together and hopefully play some good basketball.
So before we get to what's ahead, we'll take a look at what was over the weekend. 2 victories on the road, one on a neutral site against Trinity, and then you play the host school, SUNY New Paltz, in the round of 32. You get victories in both of them. Talking before the interview, it was a little bit of a rocky start offensively for the team against Trinity, but finally you were able to get things going in that second half from three-point range, specifically with the KC Battle Act 3, and then it was kind of downhill in a good way from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd been struggling, and our body language was bad, and you could tell it was just wearing on our kids that, oh my gosh, we can't shoot. And it's like, no, you can shoot. I watch you every day in practice. You're good shooters. I wouldn't let you keep shooting it if you weren't good shooters. And I think hopefully convincing them that they were good shooters, and then see a couple go through. I think we're back.
Yeah, Carolyn mentioned it. Carolyn Wokley, senior guard for the Yellow Jackets, in talking to her, she mentioned it that it only took one to get the momentum rolling, and then it carried over, and then Kaylee Ressler did what she did, an outstanding performance against SUNY New Paltz, knocking down 4 threes and really helped lead the way. I mean, is it really as simple as just seeing that first one go in after a long slump?
Yeah, fortunately or unfortunately, our shooting tends to be contagious. Good or bad.
Yeah, there's yang to that one for sure.
Yeah, and kudos to Casey having the courage to step up and make that first one, because I think it did give some relief to everybody. Like, yeah, we can do this. We are good at this, and we shot 52.9 then the next day from 3, and so they know they're good shooters, and now I think they remember that they're good shooters.
It's nice to kind of get that reminder, even when things are going, especially when things are going in the wrong direction, just to have that first one fall. And Casey, she's hit some big shots throughout the year, so no surprise that she's one of the ones that kind of help get you over the hump. But really, it's everybody. I mean, that's how you build the team, is when one person gets going, then everybody else starts to pick it up. And that's really kind of the story of the program that you've built here, is that you pick each other up during those downtimes and you celebrate those successes, and hopefully they are contagious.
Yeah, absolutely. And one helps the other. So whenever we're hitting threes, helps our post kids, because now they can't help and double as much on the post kids, or when the post kids are doing well, they're going to give us open threes, and then hopefully we're knocking those down.
Yeah, it's one thing you don't really lack for open looks at the basket. That's one thing that you do extremely well as a team, is you move the ball around the perimeter, you try to find the open player, and more often than not, you're able to get that open look. But it's one thing to get them, it's another thing to finish them, and now you're starting to see that come together as a team, and that's the reason why you're in the Sweet 16.
Yep, absolutely. But that is our MO. We want to share the ball and create shots for our teammates, and sometimes we actually overpass.
Yeah. I mean, as a coach, how do you balance that? I mean, you want the kids to be unselfish, but then there are times where you're like, maybe you should have just taken that one. I mean,
and we'll say,
balance.
I just did it today in practice. Said, listen, was there anybody between you and the rim? Shoot that. Like, she tried to pass it and turned it over. It's like, there's no one between you and the rim. You have to shoot that for us.
Right.
And just help them to understand that, we need you to score that. And now if the help comes, now you pass it. But if you haven't drawn help, just go score.
I guess it's kind of nice than having to do the opposite when you're trying to get people to pass. I mean,
for sure. I'd much rather have the problem we have,
So, Coach, looking at what you have in front of you, you get Bowdoin on the road. It's another tough opponent. It's an opponent that has a lot of fan support. How much are you, though, looking forward to this challenge and embracing the opportunity that you have to get into the Sweet 16 and play a top opponent like this?
Yeah, well, hopefully our schedule has helped us. We've played Gettysburg, we played Rochester at Rochester, we played Rhode Island College when we were down in Florida. So we played some really good teams and had varying success on that. So, I don't think anybody's intimidated or scared at this point, but we're excited. Everybody's good at this point. There are no
No days
easy.
off.
No. And one bad day, you're done for either team. And one good day, you move on. It's just like the NCAA Division I tournament. You know, it's not always the best team that wins the tournament. It's the team that's hot at the right time.
Exactly.
And
survive in advance.
Exactly. So we're looking forward to that. There's no pressure on us. We're not nationally ranked. Nobody's expecting us to win. So let's go play the best basketball we can and see what happens.
It's a little bit longer of a road trip. This time it's not going to be on the bus. You're getting up early on Wednesday morning to get on a plane and fly to Maine. I mean, how exciting is it to have that experience as a Division III team? You're traveling across the country. You know, you're really kind of in that bunker mentality where it's everybody for the team and you're relying solely on each other.
Yeah. It's exciting. Like we did take a trip to Florida this year, first time in a long time because of COVID and everything. So we have flown a little bit, so it's not new for anybody, but it's definitely exciting because it's like big time, right? We're flying and we get that chance to play and as much as anything is making great memories, great student athlete experiences that they're going to carry with them for a lifetime. Yeah,
for sure. Hey, Coach, one of the things I want to talk to you about before we get out of here is your press conference after the New Paltz game. You just said, we just love our kids. Like, I just love the kids that are in our program. Where does that, it really kind of starts seemingly in recruiting because you have to get the right type of person to come into the program. But for you, getting the opportunity to just express that publicly, how much you care about the kids, whether, they're scoring 20 points or they're playing 2 minutes. Everybody has to buy into that team concept, and just having the ability to express that and let everybody know what Yellow Jacket women's basketball is about. How grateful are you for that opportunity?
Oh, tremendously. Like, when you get a chance to work with great young ladies every day, like, we don't have to worry about them in the classroom. For the most part, they do the right thing socially. Once in a while, we have to deal with something. But anyway, but they're great kids. They're great kids. And they come to work every day and practice, and they bring good energy, and they really care about each other. And that's what we're about. We're about caring about each other. And we tell them, our care for you is unconditional. Your playing time is conditional. but how much we care about you as a coaching staff, unconditional. It doesn't matter what your role is. And then the same thing for each other as teammates. We talk a lot about connecting and just caring about each other. And I found that our best teams that really care about each other don't want the season to end because they don't want that experience to end. And I think this team has really done a good job connecting and really learning about each other and caring about each other. And they're just excited to get a chance to extend the season another few days.
Yep, absolutely. Coach, thank you very much for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Good luck, safe travels on the trip, but more importantly, go beat Bowdoin. Get one more win
that would be
under
awesome.
Your belt.
That would be awesome.
Just like I said last week, I'll talk to you when you get to the Sweet 16. I look forward to talking with you when you have 2 more wins under your belt and you're playing in the Final Four in Columbus.
Deal.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Take
Thanks,
care.
Matt. Thanks, Matt.